Hey y'all, welcome back to Hoosier Mama, Hoosier Girl. My name is Lily, and today we are going to be making a classic apple pie out of the Hoosier Mama Book of Pie, of course. So this weekend, we are celebrating, sadly celebrating the official end of summer, well, in my book, because Shakespeare's over. Sad face. But it's okay. We're gonna take one last summer vacation trip, and so we're packing up the fam, and we are going to head over to St. Louis, my favorite place to go, of course. And we're going to be taking in a show at the wonderful Muni, and we're also going to be seeing a cards game. And you know, those are both very all-American Midwest things, and what's more all-American than apple pie? So yeah, well, let's get started. All right, y'all, so we got our apples here with our lemon juice on them, so they're just chilling out for a second while we get our, dry ingredients. That's the right word for it. While we get our dry ingredients together. I had apple peels in here earlier, so I'm just gonna dry it out a little bit. We're gonna use that for our dry ingredients. So we're gonna start with sugar, brown sugar, tapioca starch, cornstarch, and guys, I literally thought that I was not going to be able to find this because it's called Chinese 5-spice powder. So I literally was like, this is going to be another one of those things that I'm going to have to order online or substitute myself, because you know, whenever whenever you're making an Italian recipe and it calls for this spice blend, you kind of just Google it and figure out what's in it. I was already doing that, and it was even more confusing. But then magically, I'm at Kroger the other day because I was getting ingredients for the key lime pie and for this pie, and so I was like, I'm just gonna stop in the spice section and see if they have it, because I was looking for one of the other ingredients. I think it was fennel seeds, I don't remember, but I literally was like, it's right there, and it literally just jumped out at me. It was crazy. It was a crazy moment. God blessed me and bestowed to me the Chinese 5-spice blend. Okay, so I'm gonna gather those together and with some salt as well, and then I'll see you back here. All right, so we got our cute little mixture here. We're gonna go ahead and pour it over our apples. Get all the good stuff out. And we're gonna mix it up. We want to really make sure that all of our apples have an even covering, so we don't find any of those white spots anywhere. Make sure everybody gets hydrated. Oh, this smells so fallish. I'm really rushing the season, y'all, but it's okay. Also, for this pie, I did use Granny Smith apples. The book indicates that you should use heirloom apples, especially, my problem is, y'all, I know the exact apples I would use if they were in season right now, because they're one of my favorite apples. They're from a local orchard up on the hill. Here's Rosie. You good? She used to want to use her back legs. Mm-hmm. Okay, So I know exactly the apples that I would want to use if they were in season. But they're from this really cute orchard just a couple miles from us. And I can't remember. It's something, it's like Gold Rush or something like that. Oh, but they're so good. They're not like the prettiest apples, but they are so nice because it says like you don't want to use an apple that is too, what does it say? Yeah, don't use Honeycrisp because it's too sweet and too soft. Yeah, because they usually use heirlooms in early fall. She likes Granny Smiths. But yeah, I mean, you know, you only get so much when you're rushing the season. They are organic, so we have that going for us. I am worried they might be a little bit soft. Just a few of them are a bit not as crunchy as I'd like them to be, but that's okay. Okay, so we've mixed this up thoroughly, and we are going to set it aside to macerate for 25 minutes. So we're gonna do that. I'll see you back here in 25 minutes, but it'll be like a second for you all because life is so much simpler on the internet. Hey y'all. So I have kind of been skipping some filming just because this is a really weird process. It's like, also, oh, it's a shadow. Okay, I think. I don't know. Okay. But this is like a really weird process. So basically, you last saw me letting the apples sit. So from that, we had them drain for about 25 minutes. I think that's mascara, not a shadow. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But we let them drain. And so they're in their little colander, but we drained them over a bowl, and then we poured the contents of that bowl into a saucepan. And then we let that saucepan come to a boil, and now we're reducing the heat on it. And I realized we're making caramel, y'all. I'm like super excited. I love caramel. And I'm like, this is why this is supposed to be like the best apple pie recipe. Like, duh. Okay. So since that has become so much thicker, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna take this. You literally, look at that, y'all. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, set that over here. I'm gonna take it off heat and let it chill out for a little while. We wanna bring it down to room temperature, and then we wanna chill it in the fridge for another 20 minutes. Because this is the 20-minute increment challenge, apparently. I don't know. But yeah, so we're gonna let that chill out and then pop it in the fridge, and then I'll be back showing you how we put this together. Yeah. Okay, I will see you then. All right, y'all. So as you can see here, we put our pie together. So basically we put in the apples, which you see in kind of like a ring, and then we made a little well divot and poured in our thickened apple cider, and then we dotted it with butter. So both of our pies are looking pretty good. We are gonna go ahead and put the top crust on them, and then we're gonna freeze them until morning, and then we're gonna bake them off. So yeah, I'll show you what the top crusts look like, and then we'll see you in the morning. All right. All right, y'all. So I might have gotten a little bit overzealous with the decorating. I was trying to do the new Hoosier Mama pie company lattice. They've been doing this really pretty rotated lattice, so I was just trying to like mess around and see if I could do it. We'll see how it comes out. I'm really not sure at this point, y'all. But yeah, so I went with bigger lattice on this one, and of course a little bit smaller, trying to keep within proportion for the itty bitty pie. But yeah, right now that's what we got. We're gonna pop them in the fridge and we'll see what happens.
Crust is excellent. The seasoning's just perfect. The fact that it's a little warm yet, oh, it's wonderful. It doesn't need ice cream, but you can put that on there and it'd be over the top.
This is part of it. It's good. Best I've had.
Best you've had? Ooh. What do you like about it?
I like the way you cut your fruit up.
Yeah. Good.
And it doesn't seem too sweet. I was afraid it would, but it isn't.
Tucker wants some.
Yeah.
It's good.
Enjoy it.
Yay. Thank you.
She's coming to help me.
Alright y'all, so we are in St. Louis. Like I told you, last night we got to see Matilda at the Muni with Mary Englebright's designs, and it was so cool and we had a great time, and now we are getting ready to head to a cards game. But before that, we decided to stop at one of our favorite breakfast places in St. Louis, and that is Vincent Van Donut. They have some of the best donuts I've ever had. I love their stuff. They're so cool. But today we walked in and they were getting quiche out of the oven, and Mom had the quiche, and we were super excited. So Mom, big question.
Yes.
And like the quiche was fantastic. Like
Yes.
let's just state that. It was great. But the big question is, how does the quiche compare to Hoosier Mama quiche?
Well, it was a crustless quiche, so there was no really great crust there, which is the thing that I love about the Hoosier Mama quiche. But it was so creamy and so good, and I think that what we had at the graduation, I think the last time that we had quiche,
Yeah.
it had ham in it, and this one had bacon.
Mm-hmm.
But it was still, I would say there were consistent qualities there, so much so that I want Lily to make just the quiche without the crust so that I can put them in the freezer, but I don't know how well that would do. But anyway, it was very good. It was very good.
Yay.
And I think that it's definitely worthy of trying that without the crust.
Ooh.
So yeah, absolutely.
Well, guys, looks like we're gonna have to try that and do a direct comparison. But yeah, yay, good. And Dad, did you like everything that you had?
Oh, I enjoyed everything immensely.
All right.
Chocolate Long John and the cinnamon roll is not to be missed, but definitely get it warmed up.
Oh yes. And then Mom and I also had the lemon curd donut, which was a special today. And then I also had the French toast donut, just because I wanted to try something new off their menu that I hadn't had before. But yeah, everything there is outstanding. Definitely, if you're in the area, go check them out. They have 2 locations. They're fantastic. So yeah, we'll see you at the game.